Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our inaugural class of BSN students from the State College of Florida.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Bonnie Hesselberg, and I'm the provost for the Lakewood Ranch campus, the campus in which you are now seated. I've also been acting as the dean for the baccalaureate program for several years now. And it is absolutely an honor to be able to welcome you all here to this auspicious occasion. This, as you've probably noticed, displayed out front is Nurse Week. So what better fitting time than to celebrate these new nurses with this higher level of education. It is a real contribution to our profession, and Nurse Week signifies that time when we as nurses reaffirm our commitment to our professional nursing career. It's a time when we think about our caring and what we have given back to the profession and to our citizens of our counties, our state, our nation. Nurses, as you know, or maybe you don't know, for the last 11 years, nurses have been voted by the Gallup poll as the most trusted professional field. For 11 years straight, we have gotten that honor, and what a nice time to be able to get that recognition. The pin that the graduates will receive tonight identifies them as being educated nurses, and it's a symbol of the many professional rights and responsibilities which they know they have, rights and responsibilities that they hold as a professional nurse. So I want to be one of the first to congratulate the graduates, and I want you to carry forth from here. You are a nurse, you are a leader, and I welcome you into our profession, which you've been for some time. And with that, I will turn the ceremony over to our president, Dr. Lars Hefner.
Yeah, y'all can sit. I might talk a while. Just kidding. Thank you, Bonnie. All I can say is, wow. When I walked into the building tonight and felt the energy and synergy of what is happening for the State College of Florida, and in particular our first graduating class of baccalaureate students, it's simply amazing. When you think back on the journey to get here, some might say it was a long journey because this community had been asking for a BSN program for a very long time. I will tell you it was a quick journey because I've only been here for 3 years, so I didn't know the longevity before I got here. But when you think how quick we turned this program around to be able to move forward, to get the accreditation that's necessary to give you the credibility as you move forward in the nursing field, it's just an exceptional opportunity and experience, and a lot of people certainly were involved. But again, I'm most satisfied when I look up on the screen and see all these names, and after you all come to graduation tomorrow and walk across that stage, the fact that all these names tomorrow will have 3 more little letters behind their name saying BSN. And that is something that is just outstanding. You know, the journey began when I first came down here for my presidential search interview. And right here at this campus in particular, Chris Malloy, who's with us tonight, asked the question, can you bring a BSN program to this college? We are in dire need here at Manatee and Sarasota for this kind of degree. And as I continued to hear the fervor, and once I was able to assume the job and the role as president, that fervor didn't stop at all. It just kept moving forward. And so within the first 2 months of ascending to the presidency here, we had the proposal before the Board of Trustees, and we began to put the application together. We moved forward to where on St. Patrick's Day, March 17th of 2009, there was a group of individuals, some in this room, raise your hand if you were part of the group that went to Tallahassee. There you go. Got on a bus and went before the State Board of Education to ask for this program to be brought to our community. The board responded with a unanimous vote. We came home that day, as you can imagine, being St. Patrick's Day. We had a lot of fun coming home that day. And when we got back here, we said, okay, we've had one accomplishment, but now the real work begins. And when you think about putting together a team that begins to set a foundation for something as exceptional as this program, you have to have a lot of talented people involved. And we began to network that and go forward to where we said, okay, the start date's going to be January of 2010. But to get there, we have to build the curriculum, get the right faculty hired, get the right people in place, and then hold information sessions. I am kind of curious as to our graduating students, were any of you, to your knowledge, at any of those first couple information sessions that we held that I might have been there? Raise your hand if you were part of any of those. Quite a few of you. And that is just terrific, because I told you that night that you were going to be pioneers, and that if you would take this leap of faith with us as an institution, that we would be able to have the opportunity to enhance your career and give you what you're looking for, your BSN degree, which can keep you working within the hospitals in our local area or allow you to advance on to higher education beyond to graduate school in nursing if you so chose. And you took that challenge that night, and here you are, 15 months later, ready to graduate. And some of you, I had separate conversations on the side, and you asked, is this for real? Can we do this? Can we go forward? And I said yes. And that's what makes me so proud to stand here tonight, is that that yes was an affirmative, and you made it a reality. You did the hard work. You came to class every day. You participated in what had to be challenging curriculum in such a quick time, but you were up to that challenge, and now you make us all extremely proud. It goes back again to say, we listen to the community as a college and an institution, and we respond to the community's request. That allows us to move forward as an institution to make a difference in the lives of our students and in the lives of our community, because all of you will be touching those lives as you work your daily jobs. I want to acknowledge a few people here this evening, because this couldn't have been done without them. You certainly already met Bonnie Hesselberg, who took on the role of the Dean of the Baccalaureate for Nursing and did a tremendous job, brought a lot of credibility to that role, and began to really mold us where we needed to go. We also had the good fortunes of having Dr. Jack Crocker, who has had university experience and community college experience, to blend things together to help us articulate our message in such a way that it was well received. Dr. Mike Mears, who's worked here for 33 years here at this college, who's been a person who's been flexible to move and change his role from when he started as a mathematician or a math instructor all the way to now where he's vice president in charge of our baccalaureate programs. He took on this role and has continued to move forward as we look forward to offering another 5 degrees starting in the fall and working towards an additional 12 degrees coming in the future. And Mike and his team have worked hard in that area. And also we have Dr. Don Bowman here, who with his student services group had to go from thinking in a mindset of 2-year students to 4-year students and make that transition possible. But you know what? Those are all the people that worked behind the scenes, and I probably left out some, but you all know who you are that are so special in this process. But those are the ones that lock together the fabric and the foundation of this program. There's one other person that made this happen because she was able to help us raise those dollars, and that was Peg Lowry from the foundation. If it wasn't for Peg and the backing of the foundation at this college and going out and getting the dollars necessary to run the program and having the support of Gulf Coast Community Foundation give us a $250,000 grant to get the program going, and Manatee Memorial Hospital and their backing financially, we wouldn't be here tonight. So that's an important component in this process as well. But where the rubber meets the road is with our faculty and staff within the BSN program. And I had the pleasure of hiring the first 2 faculty that began the program from its start. And the first one that we hired was Bev Hindenburg, who, Hindenlang, who, unlike the Hindenburg, she's still standing and doing good things. But she came to us, and it was just special right from the beginning. She had the qualities, the techniques, the calmness, but the credibility that we knew that you as students would gravitate to get the feeling of the desire of being part of something special. And so, Bev, we appreciate your efforts in that. And then we also had with us Carrie Hackett, who actually went to Tallahassee also. And Carrie actually brought some of the same traits but a different set of skill sets to the program, and that was important too because you want a well-rounded program. So we were able to combine these 2 outstanding faculty, and since that time we've hired 2 more full-time faculty, and the program continues to grow, and it's great. But there's also another piece of that glue, and I think you all know who I'm going to be talking about. It's the one that got us off to the start with information sessions, who really has worked with you, held your hand through the process, and that's Terry Hanlon, who in my book has done an exceptional job of nurturing and bringing you forward and guiding you from day one to the end game, which happens tomorrow morning when you walk across the stage. So thank you, Terry, for all your efforts and work. Those are the internal types, but there were a lot of people in the community, and I won't begin to name all the people in the community who rallied around us and moved us forward, but I will tell you about one special person, and he's your keynote speaker tonight. His name is Vernon Decir. He works at Manatee Memorial Hospital. Vernon caught the vision immediately. He knows this community. He's lived in this community for a very long time and knows the basic fabric of this community. He knows what it takes to get things done. If I didn't have Vernon as a confidant through this process, we may not be here today. That's how valuable his expertise, his knowledge and his abilities were to getting this program off the ground. We recognize Vernon as actually at our first graduation, my first graduation, where we announced the President's Honor of Community Award, and Vernon was our first recipient of that award, well deserving. But this gentleman who's about to come up here and speak to you is a rock. He's a rock even when that boat is going back and forth. Vernon levels that ship for us and keeps us moving forward, and in some ways a guardian angel in protecting us and this institution. And now I can credit him for a lot of the accomplishments because he's given so much to us through his work on the foundation board, through his work in the community, but his passion for health care and quality education. When you get all that together, you can't find a much better person and a well-rounded person with those characteristics that make a difference for all of us in this room. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow as you walk across the stage. I thank you for signing the cards in the introduction room for our State Board of Education, who we will be sending those cards to. Those of you that went on the rally to tally, we have cards for you to sign, so please do not leave tonight without signing those cards, because we want to tell the people in Tallahassee a special extra thank you for approving this program and letting us go forward and making a dream a reality. Without further ado, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I give you Vernon Decir.
Well, that'll puff you up, won't it? Well, actually, this is particularly nice for me, and I'm going to go off my speech just a little bit because I do feel like we endured a long time process to get here, and I'll share a little bit of that with you. But it's been just a joy to see so many of the students come in tonight, and the reality of that vision that we had a long time ago is finally here. So I'm thrilled, and I want you to know I'm wearing my pen. I have a pen. I'm an honorary. So that's joy. Thank you. Dr. Hefner and faculty, it's great to be here. I'm honored to be here this evening and consider it a privilege to address such an outstanding group of students. This ceremony marks a significant milestone, not only for you, but for State College of Florida, as the first group of BSN graduates, the spring class of 2011. Your rigorous hours of study and classes are over for now, but this special ceremony is to recognize your achievement. It's a celebration of your entrance into the profession of nursing or a continuation of an existing career, and a reminder to everyone of your promise to serve others. It's also symbolic of your advanced knowledge and the opportunity for further development in your role as a caregiver. You will forever be known as the inaugural class, a special designation that you are a graduate from the State College of Florida BSN program. It's appropriate to not only acknowledge your commitment and the dedication in reaching this moment, but the sacrifices of others that allowed you to accomplish this goal. Your families, friends, and loved ones, all here tonight, are to be appreciated for their unconditional support of this journey. The fact that you are here tonight and receiving your pens, and I know you'll get your degrees tomorrow, is a time of being ready to move on with your nursing career, and that deserves a lot of praise and recognition. For a lot of you, it took great sacrifice. And looking back historically, and I did a little research so I could be a good historian of this process. The earliest badges were given to those who tended the sick, and they were presented to members of the Knights of the Order of the Hospital of St. John the Baptist. It was a religious order that tended to the ill and wounded crusaders in the 12th century. This tradition of the nurse pin and ceremonial pinning originated in the 1860s at the Nightingale School of Nursing at St. Thomas Hospital in London, England. So having been awarded the Red Cross of St. George for her selfless service to the injured and dying in the Crimean War, Florence Nightingale chose to extend the honor to her most outstanding graduate nurses by presenting them a Medal of Excellence. It was the Wolverton Royal Hospital School in England that actually initiated the tradition of presenting graduates with a badge. The first pin awarded in 1880 to the graduating class of Bellevue Hospital of Nursing in New York City. By 1916, the practice of pinning new nursing graduates occurred in schools throughout the United Kingdom and North America. And even though some schools are no longer honoring this tradition, I see it as a very meaningful and important aspect of the nursing profession. Having spoken to many of the nurses this week in my hospital during Nurses Week about their feelings on this subject, it was a very special moment in their lives, and they remembered it well. So the tradition lives on, and here you are on your special day. You have studied hard, sacrificed time with loved ones, and stressed over clinical presentations and exams, but you have made it, and we are all so proud to share this exciting time with you. Being a nurse is a noble and honorable profession. It places you in a position of high esteem. It also places you in a position of trust. For those you care for, give you their well-being, and know you will place their comfort and recovery as a priority. It is a decision you will have to make early in your career, how to love more effectively and be a positive healing influence. So remain passionate about your work for the long haul, and never forget the importance of your patients' emotional and spiritual needs. They believe in you, trust you as if you are part of their family. The journey for many of us in seeing this first class of BSN graduates is over a decade long. We saw the struggles and sacrifices of distance learning, traveling to campuses that required hours of time away from families. And so it was our dream to bring this advanced nursing program and state-of-the-art campus to you, our future nurses. It was not an easy voyage, but when you collaborate with others that are equally dedicated to advancing the nursing profession, it becomes a labor of love. With representation from 8 hospitals and the support and encouragement of many nurses in our region, we persisted in seeing this degree become a reality. As we interviewed Dr. Hefner, and he shared this with you a while ago, prior to his selection as president of State College of Florida, we shared that this goal had to be a priority, and that the new president would need to join us if we were to ever make it succeed. He did. He championed our efforts, and in Tallahassee, Florida, after we all rode a bus to plead our case, this BSN program was awarded to State College of Florida. Now each of you has the ability to live, work, and study in your own environment. You and those who will follow have the good fortune of having all of the educational requirements necessary to advance in your profession here at this beautiful facility. You may even follow in the footsteps of our first doctoral collaboration, the Doctor of Nurse Practice, another part of this vision of collaboration. I want to give you the opportunity to acknowledge all of those who participated in bringing the BSN program to State College of Florida. And even though we raised our hands a little earlier, I want to tell you, when the State Board of Education voted its approval, all of us felt like we were representing our own families and friends and neighbors. You were our future nurses, and returning from Tallahassee with this program for our region was exhilarating. So it's my joy and distinct pleasure to present the BSN or Bust Brigade. I want you to stand. I know we waved a while ago, but stand up if you were on the bus. Come on, faculty too. Let's go. See, now you need to look around this room because these people believed in you and what your future would be. And it was a long, as I said, 8 to 10 year process to get to this point. But I want you to applaud them because they are an outstanding group of people. To reach this moment tonight and see 38 new BSN graduates about to join the workforce or continue in their current positions, but with a chance for a new leadership role or to move forward seeking advanced degrees, all enhancing the nursing profession. I just can't begin to tell you how exciting that is. All of these options are extremely gratifying and confirm our mission a decade ago. When individuals, hospitals, and education all collaborate, the end result is awesome. And if you read the editorial in the Brighton Herald today, which I gave Chris a while ago because she hadn't seen it, and it was like birthing a baby today. I mean, it was so exciting. So time passes quickly. It's difficult to comprehend that our first discussions were held in 2001, yet here we are, viewing 38 talented and capable nurses joining an outstanding educational institution in marking a historic milestone in its treasured history, the awarding of the Bachelor of Science in Nursing, its first four-year degree. So I thank you. I thank you for letting me be a part of this process. It was never about any of us. It was always about you. The countless times I had spent in the hospital visiting with nurses that wanted so desperately to continue their education, but just didn't have the time after working a 12-hour day to drive an hour or more to another campus to be able to achieve their degrees. So I thank you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for letting me be a part of your special evening. I'm overjoyed for you, proud of you, and very proud of State College of Florida.
Okay, now comes to the really fun part. We get to honor all of our graduates. But before we actually pin them, we have two graduates that we would like to give an RN to BSN Outstanding Award to. And we were posed with selecting two students. It was a very difficult task because you know we love all of you. And we know that you have all made so much progress and have made so many changes in your time with us. We have had a great time. We have had so much fun. You may not have had quite as much fun as we did, but we thoroughly enjoyed our time with you. So there are two graduates that we would like to honor. And Elizabeth Rigney, if you will come down, please. Come on down. That we would like to have come down here is Hope Williams. Hope? And then we'd like to Okay, our first graduate that we would like to have come down is Carrie Ann Arrington. And we asked them a few questions as they were filling out information for us. And Carrie Ann became an RN in Sydney, Australia. She is working at the Suncoast Endoscopy of Sarasota. She plans to continue in her current endoscopy position, and eventually she wants to get into infection control. our second graduate is Audrey Chatfield. You could please come down. And Audrey completed her education to become an RN right here at SCF. She works at Lakewood Ranch Medical Center, and she wants to continue grad school after she rests. Okay, and I really do know how to alphabetize. However, I did forget Marie Barcelino. So if Marie could come down now, I would appreciate it. Marie went to nursing school at the Flushing Hospital School of Nursing in Flushing, New York. She works at Sarasota Memorial Hospital in Cancer Care Services, and she's a breast health navigator. She wants to continue working at SMH, and she has been accepted into the DNP program and will be beginning that. Okay, back on schedule. Amanda Dittmer, please. And Amanda is an MCC graduate from 2007. She works at All Children's Hospital, so she makes that drive across the Sunshine Skyway quite frequently. And she wants to become a pediatric nurse practitioner as her next position. Okay, Jenny Gabler. Jenny is also one of our grads, and she works at Tidewell Hospice. She plans to continue working at Tidewell Hospice and advance to a managerial position. Our next graduate is Jamie Gray. Oh, that wasn't my mistake. That was somebody else's there. Gray does come before Grenville, right? Okay, Jamie. We'll get to you too. Jamie graduated from State College of Florida. She is employed at Sarasota Memorial Hospital. Her plans after graduation are vacation with an exclamation point, and then pursuing a DNP. Jennifer Grandel. And Jennifer also is one of our grads. She works at Sarasota Memorial Hospital, and her plans after graduation are continuing on with her education. Okay, Jason Gorski is our next graduate. He also is an MCC grad. He also works at Sarasota Memorial Hospital, and he is going to be pursuing his MSN in adult nurse practitioner.
This is Christine Habib Nak, and she also completed her education to become an RN here at MCC. Her plans after graduation are to look for employment and then to start a master's program. Jennifer Hefner is our next graduate. She graduated from SCF in winter of 2009 and went right into the BSN program. And as you can see, she was very successful. She will, her plans after graduation are to be accepted into a nurse residency program. Okay, Nicole Hilton is our next graduate. She also is an MCC grad. She works at Sarasota Memorial Hospital, and her plans after graduation are to take her CCRN and enjoy working without going to school. Okay, our next graduate is Catherine Huff. We are proud to say that Catherine also is a Manatee County Community College grad. She works at Sarasota Memorial Hospital, and her plans after graduation are to revisit the beach and read something other than a textbook. Okay, Darlene Kelly is our next graduate. She is also one of our grads, graduating in 2007. She works at Venice Regional. Her plans after graduation are to stay at Venice Regional and to move into case management. Our next graduate is Thalita Kettle. And Thalita also graduated from MCC. She is now working at Tampa General. And her plans after graduation, she's going to take a break and recover. And she's made tremendous progress in that arena already. And then she's going on to complete her DMP. Our next graduate is Celia Lafortune. She is also an MCC graduate. She is working at Sarasota Memorial Hospital, and her plans after graduation, obtaining an MSN. Our next graduate is Eduardo La Rosa. Eduardo is also one of our recent grads, and he went right into our BSN program as well. He works at Doctors Hospital, and his plans after graduation are an MSN or a DMP and vacations. I'm assuming the vacations will probably come first. right, our next graduate then is Katherine Lefrancois. Katherine is also one of our grads for her associate degree. She works at Tidewell Hospice. Her plans after graduation, and I don't know if this is in the correct order or not, another baby, an MSN, and apply for a promotion. Okay, our next graduate you have already met, Rachel Marquina. After Tara. Rachel is also an SCF grad, and she went straight from her associate degree into the RN to BSN program as well. She works at South Bay Hospital, and her plans after graduation are continuing her education. Okay, our next graduate is Tara Martin. Tara is also an SCF grad, and her plans after graduation are to get a job and apply for a master's program. You can see a common theme. A lot of our grads are moving on, so that's a great thing.
Our next graduate is Kia McDuffie. Kia graduated from State College or Manatee Community College, and she works for the Manatee Glens Hospital and the Prison Health Services. And she's going to be looking for a new job in a magnet facility, and she wants to become more knowledgeable professional. The next graduate is Kelly Mitchell. Kelly is a graduate of Manatee Community College, and she works at Sarasota Memorial Hospital in the Cardiac Progressive Unit, and her plans after graduation are to breathe and relax for a little before continuing on her professional journey. Our next graduate is Betty Mudge. Betty graduated from MCC and is employed by Quality Healthcare Center. And her plans after graduation include going for her MSN in administration. Our next graduate is Kalavani Mahundan. Kalavani graduated from Manatee Community College and is employed by Manatee Memorial Hospital. And her plans include starting an MSN after taking a little bit of a break, and she is going to submit her poster for a presentation at a national conference. Actually, it's not her poster, it's her pharmacology project. Our next graduate is Matthew Peterman. Matt is a graduate of Manatee Community College, and he is employed by Inglewood Community Hospital, and his plans after graduation are to be keeping it awesome. Our next graduate is Laurie Pistone. Laurie is a graduate of St. Luke's Hospital in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and she's employed by Venice Regional Medical Center, and her future plans include grad school. Our next graduate is Jillian Poole. Jillian graduated from Ohio University and is employed by Lee Memorial Healthcare System. And her plans are for obtaining an MSN after graduation in health systems leadership. Our next graduate is Mirabel Ramirez. Mirabel graduated from Indiana Northwest. She is employed by Manatee Memorial Hospital, and her future plans include studying for a doctorate of nursing practice. Our next graduate is Sharon Ramutar. Sharon is a graduate of MCC, and she is working at Sarasota Memorial. Her plans after graduation are to pursue an MSN degree. Our next graduate is Bridget Ratner. Bridget graduated from Union Memorial Hospital School of Nursing in Baltimore. She's employed by St. Anthony's Hospital in St. Pete, and her plans are to now apply for her master's program. Our next graduate is Jose Rotana. Jose graduated from MCC and is employed by Doctors Hospital, and his plans are to vacation, big capital letters. Our next graduate you have met, Elizabeth Rigney. Lizzie received her initial training here at MCC. She is employed by Inglewood Community Hospital, and she is going to go into a DNP program in health systems leadership at Florida State University. Our next graduate is Conda Schellinger. Conda also graduated from MCC and is employed by Fresenius Medical Care, and her plans are to continue her path towards professional development. Our next graduate is Dawn Velasco. Dawn is a graduate of MCC Venice campus, and she is currently seeking employment. And she is well prepared for an interview. Our next graduate is Tina Vollmer. Tina is a graduate of MCC Bradenton campus, and she is employed by Sarasota Memorial Hospital, and she is presently making application to a CRNA program, or Certified Registered Nurse Anesthetist. Our next graduate is Brenda Wagner. Brenda is a graduate of MCC and is employed by Sarasota Memorial. Her plans are to rest and then apply to an MSN program. Our next graduate, you've already met, Hope Williams. Hope is a graduate of Manatee Community College and is employed by South Bay Hospital. Her plans are to take the summer off and then research a master's program. Our next graduate is Sam Williams. Sam is a graduate of Ivy Tech State College in Lafayette, Indiana. He is employed by Charlotte Regional Medical Center in Punta Gorda, and he is going to attend a nurse anesthetist program, CRNA. And last but not least, Jessica Wilson. Jessica is a graduate of Manatee Community, and she's employed by Doctors Hospital of Sarasota, and her post-grad plans are to go to CRNA school. Dr. Hesselberg is going to invite our graduates and then some of our alumni to come down and recite with us the, I'm going to cry, the Nightingale Pledge.
It's not the
It's the
Nightingale.
International Pledge,
Would the graduates please
also
join
known as.
Yeah. Would the graduates please join me in the front? Are you sharing? Okay, you'll have to share, 'cause I don't know.
I don't know by heart.
And would you please join us in reciting the International Pledge for Nursing? In full knowledge of the obligations I am undertaking, I promise to care for the sick with all the skill and understanding I possess, without regard to race, creed, color, politics, or social status, sparing no effort to conserve life, to alleviate suffering, and to promote health. I will respect at all times the dignity and religious beliefs of the patients under my care, holding in confidence personal information entrusted in me, and refrain from any action which would endanger life or health. I will endeavor to keep my professional knowledge and skill at the highest level and give loyal and cooperation to all members of the healthcare team. Utmost to honor the International Code of Ethics applied to nursing and to uphold the integrity. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the first BSN graduates of SCF.